Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for, it's not really a brand new show, but we're going to watch something else in the Kyoani slot. This is something that I said that I wanted to do and I've decided that I want to do it. We're going to watch some Haruhi Suzumiya, and I say some Haruhi Suzumiya because I have no idea how much of it we're actually going to end up watching over the course of the next few weeks before I either, one, get bored, or two, figure out and answer the questions that I'm watching this to answer. Let's talk about those questions really quick, and let's talk about Haruhi Suzumiya. Haruhi Suzumiya is one of the first, anime as an anime kind of anime that I really watched. It's one of those things that when I first started getting into anime, and I had watched, I think my anime journey was, I watched Avatar The Last Airbender, and then I watched some Naruto, and then I got real fed up with Naruto, and then I started looking for other things that were different and interesting and weird. And I found things like Code Geass and Eva and Haruhi Suzumiya, and out of those came my love of anime. Haruhi was something really cool. And not just for me, but for a lot of people and for anime as a whole. It's one of those big shows that kind of, from my perspective, hit the industry and hit the waiting audience at precisely the right time with the right vibe, and just captured and nailed the zeitgeist of anime in 2006 when the first season of Haruhi started to air. It's a good show. I remember it being a good show. I've seen it multiple times, and I'm here because I haven't seen it again in years. And I've been using it as a psychological benchmark for me for how do these other shows make me feel, and do they measure up to my memories of Haruhi Suzumiya. The problem is those memories are colored with bias and nostalgia and time and the feeling of caring about this thing. So my question is, does it live up to my memory of it? Is it as good as I remember it being? Is it as clever and interesting and fun and intelligently put together as I think it is? Or is it just kind of on the same par as some other things that we've been watching more recently, things in the Kyoani slot, things elsewhere? Is it more on par and I'm just looking at it through nostalgia-tinted glasses? The answer right now is I don't know, and I really would like to find out, because I don't know, it is an important show to me, and I'd like to know if that importance is justified. And not just can I justify that importance as we go through it and find things to praise about it, but can we find things that are flaws with it that I maybe didn't see before when I watched this as a very young man? I don't know. I don't know what my perspective shift on this show will be. I assume that a lot of my audience has already seen Haruhi Suzumiya. Those of you who haven't, welcome to the ride. This should be pretty interesting. Yeah, we're gonna watch some of it. I don't know how we're gonna watch it, or how much of it we're going to watch. Okay. That being said, how are we going to watch it? In what order? And what's going to happen with the Endless Eight? Those are some questions that I should probably address here at the beginning. We're gonna watch it subbed because I think I'm gonna prefer it subbed. We're probably not gonna watch the entire Endless Eight. I'm not gonna put you through that, and I'm probably not gonna put myself through that. There are two options that I'm thinking of. One is we watch 3 scattered episodes of the Endless Eight because they're all pretty close to identical, just entirely reanimated because fucking Kyoani. Or I just spend a full day watching the Endless Eight, and I just sit here and eat and do other things while the Endless Eight is happening, and I record the whole thing, and then I edit it all down to a reasonable length video. Either way, that'll be a thing that we get to in a little while. We don't have to worry about it yet. Sub, Endless Eight, probably not all of them. Broadcast order or chronological order or some weird mishmash of the two. Mostly some weird mishmash of the two. We're going to be starting today by watching 00, which is the Adventures of Mikuru Asahina. It's probably my favorite way to open a show that I've ever seen. I think it's wonderful, and we'll talk about it as we get into it. From there, we'll go to Melancholy 1 and 2, on to Boredom, Melancholy 3, Remote Island Syndrome 1 and 2, Mystery X Sign, Melancholy 4, Day of Sagittarius, Melancholy 5 and 6, Bamboo Leaf Rhapsody, some Endless 8, The Sigh of Haruhi Suzumiya, and etc., right? Okay. So something like that leading up to the movies and Someday in the Rain and all that jazz. Cool. I got this list from a 7-year-old comment on Reddit, which I believe is the original same 7-year-old comment on Reddit that I used near the first time that I watched Haruhi Suzumiya for the first time and used this order. It's pretty much the only one that I've ever watched, only way that I've ever watched it, and I'm partial to it. Sue me if you like the chronological or the broadcast order or some other bullshit more. I don't care. I don't care what you care about. I'm evil. Blah ha ha. We're gonna watch this the way that I want to watch it. I don't claim to know that much about this show. I've seen it a few times. I like it. I like it a lot. I've never gone hard on digging deep into the way that it was created and the people who created it. I wasn't in that mode of observing and looking at the staff and the production level of anime when I first watched this show. So this is going to be kind of a new experience of an old experience for me, and I hope to have fun sharing it with you. Okay, I downloaded a version off of a thing, off of a place. You can find Haruhi Suzumiya in lots of places. If you end up finding yourself not watching the episode that I'm watching next, good luck figuring that shit out because this shit's confusing. But I'm starting with the UDF version of both 2006 and 2009, which lists itself as broadcast order, but there are a couple episodes that are kind of funky. You're going to find that a problem with any set of Haruhi that you download or any order that you find on any streaming service. You're going to find an issue with, like, which episode do I watch next? And the general real answer is it doesn't matter that much. So long as you get certain revelations in a proper order, everything is kind of okay. I do like the way that the broadcast order weaves together some of the mysteries that won't be very mysterious for us. And again, this is not a blind reaction, unlike most of the videos that I do on my channel. So I will probably spoil things for you that I don't even know that I'm spoiling because they're just such innate knowledge in me. Like, I know exactly who all of the characters are, who all of their mystery, all of their mysteries. If you want the pristine experience of watching Haruhi Suzumiya for the first time and you haven't seen it before, don't watch it with me because I will probably be spoiling things for you, and that's probably not fair of me, but I'm not going to be able to help myself. So I'll tell you this right at the beginning so that you don't fuck yourself up and waste some time. Cool? Cool. Okay, I downloaded Haruhi Suzumiya, blah, 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 blah. I've got The Adventures of Mikuru Asahina episode 00 up and ready to go. I'm using the delicious.moe or delicio.us sub track, which hopefully will be good, and the Japanese audio. We're going to biggity boggity boop it and go for the thing. There will be 2 versions of each of these reaction videos. Also, this will be an early access thing. You can find earlier episodes on Patreon in the description. But I've got episode 00 up and ready to go. There will be 2 versions of each reaction. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there in the corner, down there in the description, which will make it a little bit easier for you. And you can find a timer-based version where you can sync up your own copy of the episode with the thing, and then I'll discuss each episode at the end of each episode, and that'll be good. Cool? Cool. For the first episode, episode 00, The Adventures of Mikuru Asahina, we're going to start that now. I've got the episode up. It's at 0 seconds. There will be a beep beep timer to help you count down. Green light and the beep is the time to hit your spacebar or your button or your plaything or your mouse clicker or your fucking touchscreen or whatever you do. Let's go. Beep beep timer. So bad. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. It is supposed to be this bad, and it's beautiful. No, cut away, cut away, cut away. Thank you. I forgot how much I love how shitty this is. She sounds so scared. Oh, the fucking cat. Nobody ever explains... Director Haruhi Suzumiya. Okay, so we have our beginning in-world, badly done live-action video done by an idiot with a camera, and an idiot girl telling him what to do. Perfect. The lighting is terrible. It's worse than terrible. The exposure is wrong. The framing is bad. All of the camera motions suck. It's perfectly bad. Yes. Great question. Oh my god, I forgot about the... They're just waiting there. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Even the audio is wrong. Like, it's so specific that you can tell that she's not boomed at all or loud at all because she moves away from the microphone. Holy fuck. Okay, all right, go Mikuru. And the scene that launched 1,000 ships, that is a reference to other scenes, and is referenced a billion times, and let's go again and again. Yep. Yep, alright, okay. And exhausted Mikuru. Thank God. What story? Sure. Jesus Christ, stop moving the camera. Holy shit. Oh my god, stop it. The super incredible power. And the voiceover as though it's like an Animal Planet documentary. Sure. Ah. Okay. Every bit of framing is wrong. Like, this is wrong. Get out of the room. Time to leave. Thank you. Right. No build-up, no fanfare, terrible directing. Well, of course. Definitely. So now we get the narrator criticizing the video that he is himself narrating. Wow. Zipping along. Ta-da! Ignore it. Sure. It doesn't. It's a super powerful magic wand. Mm-hmm. And away we go. Oh no. Oh my god, stop moving the camera. You gotta stop moving it. Okay, just switch to fast mo. Yep. Yep. Up. Always. Always, of course. As you do. Vacant look. Okay. Huh. Stay, cat. Stay. Serious business. Oh my god, terrible dialogue. Ding. Mm-hmm. They can't cordon off an area. Huh? Bye? Huh, who could it be? Running in the exact same direction as the bad guy. Yes. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Skipping along. Many things. Of course. Of course. Tabun. Yeah, let's get that out of frame. Okay. Great. Oh my god. Yow. Oh no. So spooky. I love Tsuruya. I really do. Something like that. Yeah, whatever. He was holding the light. Obvious. He was holding the reflector. Indeed. Uh-huh. Sorry, Mikoto. Oh my god. Ah. So, second time we hear Haruhi. Fuck it. Oh no. Oh no. No, Kyon. Of course. No realism here. I actually like this framing a lot. Oh no. Whatever that means. Yeah. Well. Or die. Deeply troubled face. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything, Yitsuki. Line? Right, great. It doesn't mean anything. Ooh. Mostly because the writer wanted that to happen. Holy fuck. Hell yeah. My boy. My boy. Okay, now we're going for like quarterly statements as an advertisement. That's not a good idea. Yeah, can we cut? Oh my god. Yeah. Was there ever one? And have a child, I suppose. Oh, fuck, that kid. Uh-huh. I wonder. Ah. Super odd. Just doing classics. Oh, no. Of course. Gotta have the whole cast in the same high school. I actually really like this shot. God damn it. And they're somewhere else. Holding the skirt down. God damn it. All the kids just like, what? We want to use our slide. Somehow. Is an idiot. Is an idiot. The director is an idiot. And her name is John Cena. Nope. Oh, hi, you're not mind controlled anymore? She can't hold it in. I love it. But no, they knew each other before. Whoops. Let's just pan over to nothing. Of course. Why not? When does the cat talk? Oh my god, stop it, stop it, stop. You're not Shinbo. Shh. Because we need a story. Large air quotes. Fuck. Whee! Sure. Oh no. Why was there that cut? What? Why did we? Holy fucking shit. Never explained, right? Of course. Of course it was. Holy fuck. We fully established that they do not have the technical capability to make that happen, and then the cat talks. Meow. We did it. And end. Oh my god, as petals go past the light sensor, it shifts. Wow. Did it end well? Yeah, of course. How else? And now we get our real teaser. Just the teaser. Of course. Except for the ones that paid us to have themselves in it. Thanks, guys. It's so bad. And she loves it. Nyom. Nyom. And meet the waifuest waifu of all time. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sleep time. And now we start with the greatest ED of all time. Which is kind of not, but you know what I mean. It lives up. It's kind of an incredible episode. Okay. Everything that I remember about the first episode holds true. I have to put myself in the mindset of somebody who doesn't know what this show is. And you start watching this and you go, what the fuck is going on? Why are we doing faux live action? Why is it terrible? And then it continues and you start to get the Kyoan voiceover and you start to realize that our main character, who we don't get to physically meet until the very end of the episode, or our main female character, who we don't get to physically meet until the very end of the episode, that they are kids and that they know that this is shitty, or at least he does. And then we have all of the terribleness of the entire thing, from a really broad scope understanding of who the characters are as people because of the way that they act when they're being forced to act. They're bad at it, but they're bad in specific and different ways. Yuki delivers her lines without any fucking emphasis or emotion or anything. It's, oh my god, it's so right on the money. Every bit of framing is just a little bit wrong. The exposure on the camera is continuously off. Like, what is the sky right now? Where is the color gradient? Why is everything dark and gray? Nothing is lit properly. It's terrible, and that's why it's perfect. Because you go into this and it's not even an episode of anime, right? It's a video that some kids made. The other cool thing is that when this first started airing, people didn't know what to think of this, and they had no clue what the show was about, which is amazing. So we get some little hints at it that spark people's minds going, what's the SOS Brigade? Because we see that on the door at the very end, and they're creating a film for some sort of thing that they're trying to get a prize in. What's that about? We've got these kids who are obviously doing, roping in random people in the market to try and get them into their video, and they're getting, like, funding or at least permission to film based on the advertisements that they put in their video. Mikuru is super bad. Every shot is super bad. All of the audio is really terrible. Every shot has this grain filter applied to everything in it that makes it look like it's actually done on a VHS camcorder. And the way that the colors are exposed, the way that the video functions, the whole feel of it is that. And the whole feel of it is that with a single lens. So we never get to drop into like a wide angle lens or a long focal lens or different lens lengths because we're on a fucking camcorder and that's all we've got. Nor do we get to really cut things or really shoot them again multiple times unless they're the shots that were shot multiple times. Like this one. She goes by this sequence like 4 times until she's utterly tired, and they actually filmed it those 4 times. Really, they actually reanimated it those 4 times, all to make that fucking thing happen. And then you get terribleness like this. This is the stuff that really bugs me, is like you can't hold a steady cam. Like, no, because they don't have one. And they're moving the camera in and out, and somebody is like walking with him as well. And so it looks like shit. He's getting way too close and way too far away. The framing falls apart. It all falls apart. It all falls down. And the whole 25-minute episode is like this. Every portion of it is perfectly wrong. All of the people that they bring in for delivering their lines deliver their lines stiffly and poorly. Yuki again delivers them all terribly. The special effects suck. The continuity doesn't make any sense. The fact that there are people in the background moving and opening their car doors and closing their car doors, but all of it is done perfectly and foleyed out perfectly makes me as an audience member buy into the idea that this is a bunch of kids making a shitty video, and they succeeded at making a shitty video. Do you know how goddamn hard that is for real creators capable of creating what comes in the rest of this show and what has come out of Kyoani before this and after this, to create something so intentionally, like, obviously amateurish? It's not just terrible, it's amateur. And there's a difference. There's the lack of understanding of how to camera, the lack of understanding of how to mic people up and how to get good audio and how to shoot and reshoot scenes. It gives us this depiction of the characters who we don't even get to see. We get Kyon, we understand who he is. He'll go along with the thing, but he's gonna make snarky remarks about the whole thing as he goes along with it. We understand who Haruhi is. She drives forward regardless of the fact that she doesn't have the skill to actually make a thing happen. She makes the thing happen anyway because she's insane and fully a magic pixie dream girl sort of situation, which she fully is. We get to meet Mikuru, who is a doormat and is just willing to go along with all of this shit and be put into a bunny costume and have all of this done to her because she'll just go along with it. And Yuki, who's just silent. We also get a cat that talks for no reason after a full episode that establishes that we do not have the effects chops to make the cat talk. So how did the cat talk? Great question. Really, really solid question. We have no idea what this show is about, but we know who the characters are. We know how they feel and how they act toward each other. We know who Kyon is, and he is very literally our point of view through the entire episode, guiding us emotionally through it and making fun of the things that we would otherwise make fun of, letting us know that the show knows exactly what it's doing. It's freaking perfect at doing what it's doing, which is being terrible. A bunch of disconnected, poorly written scenes that play off of and make fun of many of the tropes of anime that occur, right? How about the trope, maybe not even trope, the frequent occurrence of the show starts with crazy stuff, but then it becomes a high school comedy drama. How many shows have you seen that do that? Too many. Too many is the answer. And so it sort of placates the audience. It's like, listen, audience, we know what you actually want, and we'll give it to you eventually. But for now, you've got to understand who these characters are, and you've got to buy into their mindset because you're in their video. And now we can go from there. It's a really brilliant first episode to air as a first episode. It doesn't make any sense. It raises infinite questions, but it answers the precise right things about our characters and the way that they interact with each other and the world that they exist in, and the sort of stakes that they're operating under to lull us into a sense of security for the rest of the show. And then And then we transition out of it into the end, right? We get our whole transition, yada, yada. And then our aspect ratio changes, right? And we end up in a full scale, full 3 by 4 aspect ratio, 16 by 9, whatever you want to call it, aspect ratio situation. We're in the real world now, and everything is crisper. All of the backgrounds are better. The skies don't turn into a washed out gray. We can see the blue peeking through the hazy clouds of this sky, right? The lighting on all of the elements is correct. It feels real. And compared to what we had just minutes before, it feels all the more real. So, we go from this fake, terrible, obviously bad facsimile of a real reality through the lens of a real camera in an anime world to the real world that animated lens is, or that lens is perceiving without the flaws of the animated lens thing, and we buy into the world as a whole. Kind of brilliant, kind of ridiculously brilliant. And we meet Haruhi. And in her first appearance, we get her with the highest like frame rate, highest all on one's perfection rotating shot, right? We see this face, we see the bows, the ribbons, we see the giant smile, the big eyes, the big mouth. It's great when we've just sat through 20 minutes of it's definitely not great, Haruhi. It's definitely not good. We need to make some changes here. Hell, we need to reshoot the entire thing. But she loves it and she's going straight for it. What do we learn about Haruhi Suzumiya in this moment? Everything. All of her character is laid out in front of us right there. Not like the story of Haruhi, that's something we still have to find out. But who is Haruhi? This. Nothing is impossible for the SOS Brigade. We succeeded even when everyone can tell that they made something terrible. That sheer audacious belief in herself and the world and everyone is everything. And if you've already seen the show, you know that I don't say that lightly, right? So here we are, episode 00, The Adventures of Mikuru Asahina. And I think we've checked my personal boxes for, yeah, this is as good as I remember it being. Because this episode thrilled me and fascinated me when I first saw it. And it does so again. This is cool. And then we get our mini, little tiny version of one of the most famous pieces of anime. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. Lore, legendariness, popular stuff. The choice to do the whole dance sequence is brilliant, and that probably did as much or more to spread the knowledge of and the love of this weird show than maybe anything else. It's fucking sick. It's also a really fun song, and a great dance sequence that was done by I forget who, but also did a bunch of dance sequences elsewhere, and they're really neat, and they do good dance sequences. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna watch the next one, which is The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, or The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Episode 1, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Part 1. Thanks, naming schemes. Let me take a breaky thingy, do a sinky thingy, and be back in a second to go ahead and jump on into the next episode. See you in a moment. Peace. All right, welcome back. We're good to go for Melancholy Part 1. Delicious subs, and Japanese audio. Let's jump straight into it. Beep beep timer. Hmm. Growing up. Deep in your heart. Yep. Yep, just doesn't happen. Indeed. One color scheme, one color scheme. Right behind you. Wham! And color enters the world. Hi. My fucking spirit animal, Haruhi Suzumiya. Do whatever the fuck you want, and people will come along with you. Ding! Ding! Coincidence, eh? I love that outfit. This OP is, like, there's still nothing quite like it. I mean, there have been a lot of shows that have copied elements of this OP, and there's still nothing quite like it. Wonder who did the OP direction. I don't know. My pen is out of ink. Oh no. Mm-hmm. The different hair. The different ribbons. Nyom. Completely serious. What do you mean? Why would I say it if I didn't mean it? Why would I say it if I didn't mean it? Jesus. But fair enough. Too perfect. Too perfect and too insane. Mm-hmm. Going for the Nazca lines. Well, everybody's talking about her. The longest in a club? Yeah. Oh, that. Right. Thanks, bud. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not gonna happen. Yeah. Well. Hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Of course. Fucking. Of course. Mm-hmm. Hmm. At this point. Nice. Hair. Mm. Mm. Fuck's given 0. Okay, Ryoko. Yeah, that don't matter. Give no fucks. Really good at everything. Oh, Hibike. Trying to find a place. Place that feels right. It's okay, bud. That's your name forever. Forever and always, Kyon. How dare you? Nah. Nah, fuck you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And so it begins. Cut, 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 cut. Hmm. She's always serious. She's always serious about all of those, too. Yeah. Much better. Don't be disturbed, it's better. Almost like you're becoming friends. Not if they're a real normal human. Mm-hmm. No interesting people out there. Sucks. Hmm. Oof. I don't know. I mean, sure. An alien or an Esper would work too. Literally her only reason for everything. Love the shot. Love that shot too. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get to it. Let the weirdness begin. You mean communicating effectively? Communicating directly and effectively? Yeah. Nah. Same. Oh, Jesus. I have a faint memory of some things. Hmm? Why am I in it? Because I'm just in it. Eh. Yes. Except that you don't have. Nope. Nope. She gets the main character seat. Uh huh. Uh huh. Bada boom. Nope. They all suck. Ooh. Nah, I don't think so. Aliens, Espers, time travelers, sliders. No. Yep. Don't care. Mm-hmm. You can create it. No, they don't. They created it. And fun clubs were invented because Haruhi Suzumiya wanted a fun club. The weird ones. The geniuses. No, common folk like you. Not like her. Cut, cut, cut. Wow, I like that a lot. Hold on. Jesus. God damn it, Haruhi. Oh my god. Make your own. The character dynamic is so perfect from the outset. Yeah, you're talking quite loudly. Just like in Hyoka, the drag along moment. No, not at all listening. Whoa. Always. Hmm. Productive and creative? Why not? We did it. Isn't there a person in here? Hmm. Oh. Oh. 0. Hi, Yuki. Yeah, what are we gonna do about her? Oh, okay. Oh, oh, you sure could. Hello. It'll be great. It'll be freaking great. Oh, hush. Oh, hush you. That's neat. Yeah. Yeah. Mostly yours. Yep. Really. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what a shot. Incoming. She's reading it. Nope. Yank. Door locks. Oh no. Oh no. Well, we're up to 4. Hmm. 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 Ooh. Seeking new sycophants. This is true. This is also true. So many goofy little moments. Oh my god. Kyoan's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Alright. Okay, Haruhi. Okay, Haruhi, leave it be. Yeah. Nope. All very important. Or very smart. Hard to tell from your perspective. Rip. Oh. Oh, we're not the literary club. Yeah. Perfect. Solo member of the literary club, yes. SOS Brigade. Indeed. What does it mean? Ha. But that doesn't line up as well as you want it to be. Jesus, what a... It's so dense. Going back and watching this, having watched Monogatari, I can see so much, like, thread connection of stuff in it. Oh. Oh. Okay, that's episode 1. The melancholy one. The whole Santa Claus prologue intro is really solid. I think it works super well, and if you know what the setup is that it's setting up, it works extraordinarily well as well. The fact that we hold this color scheme of the washed out blue, gray, green, and like odd colors all the way through up until the moment that we turn and literally Haruhi Suzumiya brings light into the world. Bing, bing, bang, boom. It's fantastic, right? Like on multiple levels, this works really well. It's really good. She sets herself apart from everyone and is set apart from everyone. She is different and obviously so. We then go into the OP, and I'll say it again. A lot of OPs have copied elements of this OP, from the color scheme, the colored boxes with white segments in between, to the repeated elements of things, to other things, but there's nothing quite like the walk cycle into bouncy, bouncy, bounce, into this is my favorite because holy shit, look at that. That's such a cool outfit. Into tons of insanity. Into this whole sequence as Haruhi runs through this thing in a really cool cut, and other characters on ones fly by, zippity zappity zoop. It's a really gorgeous OP, and each of these like characters floating past us is really beautiful too. It's fantastic. Okay, We move along. We enter the school. We spend a solid little chunk just talking to Haruhi and discovering how insane she is, and then we realize that everyone else already knows. Then we spend a solid multiple minutes getting other people's perspective on who Haruhi is, right? And other people's perspective on what being a guy in high school is. We get a mindset, we get a viewpoint, we get an understanding, and we get questions. Who is Haruhi? How does she work? She gives zero fucks about anyone except herself at the moment, and except finding interesting things. It's really cool, it's really neat, it's really unique, and there's a ton of texture to the interactions between these two characters. The dynamic that's established between Kyoani and Haruhi it's just something that's kind of unmatched by any other interpersonal semi-romantic dynamic in any other show that I've ever seen. I cannot imagine one that's better than this. It's better than the Rika what's-his-face dynamic in Chunibyo. It's better than the Hyoka dynamic. It's better than any of the other Kyoani dynamics, and it's better by far than any other studio dynamics that I've seen, with the only exception being the various dynamics of Koyomi Araragi and his female cast members. It's the only thing that comes close. And it's so different that it's near impossible to compare the two because they're so dramatically different. It's really good. And it's really good writing. Now, that's credit to the light novel author, not necessarily credit to Kyoani. The credit to Kyoani is to shoot all of these shots and put together all of these scenes in a way that the cuts actually express what we're trying to express, right? The off-center Kyon, center frame Haruhi, she's so stable in herself, visually stable in herself. Nothing shakes her, nothing rocks her from her chosen position, wherever that is, however she chooses to sit or stand or be. She is the one who pulls other people with her. She is never pulled by anyone else. It's important visually, and it's important psychologically for us to recognize that about this character. This is a character who is a speedboat. Other people are the wake behind her. She shapes the world by her very beliefs. Which, again, if you know this story, you know that I don't say that lightly, right? But the thing is that it's visually woven into every element of every episode before any of that even becomes the closest thing to a possibility that we can possibly ever imagine. It is who she is at core. This is a person who uses will to reshape the world around her and to suck people up into her wake. Whether that's Yuki Nagato, who is willing to let them use the literary club, or Mikuru, who is Asahina-san, who is willing to come with them, maybe not super willing, but okay, can sense a little wibbly-wobbly, or Kyon, who's just kind of bored and goes along with it because he goes along with it. He doesn't really even have an answer for why he follows her, but we answer in this episode what the definition of charisma is, and the definition is that fucking girl right there. She is charisma, and she changes people. That's insane. And all of it is grounded in the direction, the editing, the composition of each shot that she exists in, each frame that is a framing of her world. And again, her world. Bada boom. Love shot. Stuff. Ryoko being nice, okay. Stuff. New seats. Stuff. Need a club. Stuff. And then the classic yank you back, smack your head in the back of a table sort of situation. Thwam! Really cruel. And yeah, even looking down at her when we're standing and she's here, she takes up the frame. There's no, like, high angle shot feeling out of it where she's in a position of less power. She is the power in every frame, no matter what. It's insane. It's so cool. Okay, at 15:10, which is a few seconds ago, there's this cut that I want to see again. Okay, common folk like us are better off living an ordinary life is his line, and then we get the sequence. Urus, cut. Sai, cut. That's like the greatest thing that I've ever seen. Jarring. Cut. Source of the sound, emotion of it in the eyes, reaction, back. Huh. What's said is done. Bam. It's so good. And thwackety thonk, big boom, happy Haruhi, and hold on. This is really fun. I like it a lot. I've seen it copied a few times now, but I like it a lot still. It's really good. Cool. Oh, I also love her going down the stairs here. The way that she moves is just so, like, utterly confident and ridiculous. Like, she doesn't give a damn who sees her or how they see her. And it's charismatic. It's charisma. And then the reveal that Yuki is in here. So we start to regather the characters that we saw in the video. We now just have Koizumi to grab, and we can do that relatively easily. Okay, cool. SOS Brigade begins. It's stupid. Nobody knows what it is. Mikuru doesn't, or Asahina doesn't know what it is. Nobody knows what's going on. This is ridiculous. And off we go. The story begins. We, as an audience, just like Kyon, our initial perspective character, our POV character, are pulled along in Haruhi's wake. We need to find out what she's going to do next. The whole show is just built around her force of personality. And it works. And it works in a meta way that makes me want to know a person like this, and thus makes me want to know more about a person like this, and thus makes me want to watch the next episode. Let me look at my list really quick. So we're doing Melancholy 1 and 2, and then it's Boredom, and then Melancholy 3. So for today, I'm going to finish by doing Melancholy 2, which is the next episode. And then we'll get to Boredom and Melancholy 3 next week. Cool? Cool. So 3 episodes. I think that's the most that I've done to start off a show in a long time, but I've already seen it, so it's a little bit faster to go through and faster to talk about to some extent. I'm going to jump to the next episode, take a break thing, and do a syncy thing, and be back in a second. See you in a second. Peace. All right, welcome back. We're good to go for Melancholy 3. Wait, no. Melancholy 2. Sorry. Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Episode 3, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya 2. Beep beep timer. Fuck. He's just complaining about getting there. No, not that. No choice. Is this where we go and get the computers? I don't remember. Bye. Push, 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 push. Of course. Nah. Mysterious transfer student. Gotta have one. It's vague. Not even a little bit. That's her power. Her true power is to not give a fuck. And I envy it. Or better yet, I admire it. And I aspire to it. I'm starting to remember why I care about this show. Not just, oh, it's really pretty, but like why I actually care about it. It has some lessons about the way of being in the world that I think are worth taking to heart for a goofy, like, school show. It's kind of incredible. Huh. You'll also probably notice that I'm not talking much about production because I'm having a hard time noticing it. I'm just in it. Having seen the show before, knowing what's going to happen, I'm still in it. I'm still curious about what's going to happen next, even though I know. How? Crazy shit. Haha. Not at all. Mm, mm. Oh, yeah. All of the background music is excellent. Oh, this is that episode. Oh boy. This is 2006, so. Hi. Well, no. Huh? Sorry, we have names. Because I said so. Because I said so. Hmm. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Boing! Click! The full axe kick assault. Oh, blackmail. Absolutely horrifying. Don't ever do anything like this. Do not. Just do not. Not a role model. Who's gonna believe that? Absolutely horrifying. Don't ever do this. Do not look at any all imagination. Soda. Thanks, Spock. The computer, please. Give us the computer. Togeza, baby. That's what I want to hear. Oh, poor bastards. Get dragged in their wake or get out of the way. Click. The timing is so perfect. Every bit of timing. Every cut. Every edit. Hmm. Ooh. Perfect. Yep. Thank you. Horrible. Horrible. Now we gotta make a website. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, Asahina-san. Please leave as soon as you can. A lot. Got reasons to be here. Not things you should say out loud, Asahina-san. Ha. Eh. Eh. Just like, oh, okay. Great. Fuck. Hmm. Great question. Why? Why go to class? You can find everything you need to find from books. Wait, is that Dan Simmons? Hyperion? Wait, I'm not sure what that book is. I'm actually really curious. I think it is. Getting another member. God, I hope not. Which is nothing, Kyon. Nothing at all. There is nothing you can do. No, you can't. Oh boy, I know exactly what this is. Clickety clack. Such a whirlwind of energy. Okay. Praise. Praise, but a little bit disgusted, but also praise. Mm-hmm. I know, I know. You know exactly what she means. Time for you to leave. It's locked. Okay. Indeed. Very much so. But also... Well... Yeah. Poor Asahina. Drag. You said you would save me. Sorry. Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. Nope. 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 And out come the teachers. Just guide Asahina out like, oh my god, I'm so sorry that this has been done to you. You know, teachers. Yep, leaving time. Poop. She is terrifying, but also wonderful, but terrifying. Hello, Asahina. Hmm. I forgot. Oh my god. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're stuck now. Yeah, still no clue. I suppose. I suppose. Nope. I doubt the size would work. Okay. Maybe because there aren't any. Hmm. Nope. She wants interesting stuff. Is this the time when some things go down? I think so. The book. Oh, okay. Okay. It's important. Waiting in the park. Great scene. Great scene. So classic. Bench, streetlight. There's an identical scene in Heaven's Feel 2. Ding ding. We begin to uncover some truth. Very empty room. What family? Not drinking, separation, cut, back. I love the little wobble in the stream. Really buttering me up with tea here. Speaking of which. All right, stop chugging the tea. It's caffeinated and it's evening. Yeah. Dark light. Establish. Communication is imperfect. Well, we knew that about Haruhi. Yeah. That's not what she means. What? In short, yep. Now we just need Esper's time travelers and some other things. Bam, wham, drop a thing and get out. Wait, there's actually weirdness going on? No chance. No way. That's episode 3, Melancholy 2. So, Haruhi be crazy, yo. She be crazy. OP still be good. Everybody gets to know. Mikuru's a problem. Computer systems, blackmail. Absolutely horrifying. Don't do this at home. Don't do this at school. Don't do this to anybody. Never do this. 1, you're forcing other people to sexually assault other people. 2, you're blackmailing people. It's all bad. It's all bad. Don't do this. We discover over the course of this episode that while Haruhi is deeply charismatic and is great at getting her way, she does go too far on more than a few things, and probably could use somebody a little bit more stable to try and hold her in check a little bit. Hey, it's like the dynamic was planned from the outset, who would have thought? We get our website going. Yuki is a person. She gives us a book. I want to see what the book's title is. It is. It's Hyperion by Dan Simmons. Holy fuck, I love that book. If you've never read Hyperion by Dan Simmons, go and do that. I believe that's the one with the Shrike, which is fucking crazy. It's the multi-part time and space travel, weird as fuck, series in the Cantos, really strange, with multiple people telling things from their own perspectives, and interwoven through it are elements of story and history and myth and legend and stuff, and the time tombs and the Shrike, the mysterious creature that just kills people and nobody understands why. Holy fuck, I haven't even thought of the Hyperion Cantos in so long. Yeah, and and the trees, the trees of the Dyson trees, that's what they are. Yeah. Oh my god, that's some crazy stuff. This is a really good series of books. Go and read these books if you can get a chance. I do recall that the audiobook versions of them, I recall them being quite good. They're not like graphic audio, multiple like full cast or anything. They're one audiobook reader. And I remember them being fantastic. I like it. I like them quite a bit. Go and read Hyperion. It's a great book. Has some elements that have to deal with Yuki, but I don't want to go too crazy on Yuki or any of the things going on here. We get 2 core hints dropped in the episode. Asahina mentions this time plane, and Yuki mentions being an alien. Little cuts like this, like her running in, slamming doors, locking doors, the reaction, the like half a second of reaction as they recognize what locking the door could possibly mean and become terrified. Fantastic. Everything in the show conveys everything that it needs to, just enough. And this is part of why I'm gonna have trouble diving into the actual production aspects. They fall away as I watch the show. They disappear to my eyes. It's just Haruhi, and she's real, and Mikuru is real, and the world is as real as it needs to be for me to fully buy into the belief that this series is actually happening, and that the people in it are real. In a way that doesn't quite happen with the other Kyoani shows. How? Why? It's not because of the quality of the background art. Hell, K-On! Has better school backgrounds than most of the backgrounds in this. Most of the backgrounds are simple backgrounds of little portions of school and stuff. They don't really matter that much. When we try to get a little bit fancier with it and show a little bit more space, we do, and we do it effectively, but it's not like we're trying too hard to make things too pretty. It's just enough. It hits this perfectly happy medium between fuzzing over things because anime, and we just need to convey where the place is, and showing things that are realistic enough to be believable. It hits this perfect center line that just works. We don't try to be too detailed with our characters or character designs. We express humanity and like adolescent sexiness and weirdness and people looking at other people and misunderstandings and anger and frustration from Haruhi that's totally like misaligned because she went off in a ridiculous direction that then the world retaliated against. So of course, like, this is going to be the result if you act this way toward people. And then there's stuff like this, which is very much like certain scenes at the top of the stairs in K-On!, except that it's also like so many scenes in so many other anime of sad character walks downstairs and descends deeper, right? Like, it's so straightforward and obvious, and yet it works. How does it work? How does show work so well? I don't understand. A part of it is the information density and the density of communication, which comes from, I think, from it being a light novel with that kind of writing. In the same way that Monogatari is hyper dense in those intercommunication moments, when we have conversations between our major characters in Monogatari, they're snappy and quick and witty. And they are here too. We just also have Kyon's internal monologue going as well to accent everything. There's hardly a scene where we're able to be shown and not told. We are shown and then told and interpreted, and everything that we see is colored by a lens that is Kyon. And that's kind of unique and kind of, it works, and it pulls me along through the story in a way that I don't know that I can necessarily describe, but it works. How does it work? It's not crazy, over the top, high budget insanity. It's just right. It's just right. That's it. Just right. So we go and meet her. We meet her at this bench. It's a perfect bench meeting sequence. We go into her room. It's weird. It's awkward. This elevator shot is a reference to umpteen things. We enter her room. It's empty. It's stark. It's modern with nothing in it except for the I forgot, Kotatsu? Kotatsu? I think so. I think that's correct. And she tells us quite specifically, quite clearly, in no uncertain terms, with very clear, very simple camera motions, shot, we get the center beam that holds them together and demonstrates to us that we could put them in the same frame, but we don't, right? We intentionally create a split by shooting them side by side like this. Split, 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 split. It's weird, and it's intentional. We could just zoom out very slightly and frame them both in frame, but then it wouldn't have the same effect, not even close. Not the same level of separation, as she reveals to him that they are intrinsically separate entities and she is not, in fact, human. Super interesting. But before she can even do that, we separate them even more by doing this standard over-the-shoulder shot, reverse shot sequence, except that she is bathed in darkness and he is overexposed, right? We create the contrast between them even more, and then we shoot her alone and him alone, and they are split, darkness, light. It's so smart. And so simple. Nothing over the top, nothing too experimental, just enough. Just enough to convey precisely what they're going for. Okay. I have questions. My questions will be answered by ANN. 2006, Haruhi Suzumiya. So there's one really shitty thing, which is... Okay, it's Yutaka Yamamoto who did the storyboarding of the ED. Cool. And for the OP, I don't know. I just don't know. And I can't know which episodes are which based on which broadcast or like watch order they're based on. I assume they're based on broadcast order, which means that Yutaka Yamamoto scripted, storyboarded, and episode directed episode 1, and Tatsuya Ishihara the same for episode 2, and Noriyuki Kitanohara episode 3. All of these are high names in Kyoani stuff. So let's go. Yamamoto, Ishihara, and Kitanohara in order. And Ishihara is the core director. And he directed episode 2. Cool. Yamamoto, Haruhi, Full Metal Panic, all of the things, Wake Up Girls, Munto, Yikes, Kanon, Blackrock Shooter Supervision, Blossom Director. Okay, cool. Ishihara, lots of Haruhi stuff. Directed Chunibyo, of course. Directed the OAVs and ONAs for Chunibyo. Sorry. Free Eternal Summer. No, did direct Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions and the movie. Great. And also directed all of the Haruhi. How are they so different? It's the source material. It has to be. How can, it can't be anything but the source material, can it? If Tatsuya Ishihara is the core director for Hibike Euphonium and Hibike Euphonium 2, and is also the core director for Haruhi Suzumiya, then how can Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions be so different and not work as well, not even close to as well for me, except if it's the source material? I guess it's just that I don't resonate with Chunibyo the same way that I resonate with Haruhi, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's not an answerable question. Maybe this is a waste of time. Doesn't feel like a waste of time. Feels like a lot of fun, which is important. That's something that we learned from Kyoani is if it's fun, it's probably not worthless. Sometimes fun is its own reward, right? And then Kitanohara, Clannad stuff, Crayon Shinchan stuff, Doraemon stuff, K-On! Stuff, Full Metal Panic stuff, but no, like, hard direction credits stuff, Tamako stuff. Okay, lots and lots of stuff. Nothing that really tells me enough. Okay, cool. That's 3 episodes of Haruhi Suzumiya. This is a weird show, and I remember now certain reasons why it resonates with me. Just the core ideas that I don't really want to talk about yet because there are people who are watching who probably haven't seen this before, and I don't want to spoil nothing. But some of the ideas about even stepping away from ideas, simply Haruhi is an example character in a fictional world who acts in a particular way, who acts with utter disregard for propriety, tradition, expectation, and simply does what she wants when she wants. And the way that characters react to her, some of them getting out of her way, some of them with disdain, some of them with fear, some of them with awe, some of them with distant awe, looking at her as though she's untouchable, which many of the other boys in Kyon's class do. And then the answer to the problem that they have, which is, oh, she's untouchable, nobody can get close to her, yada yada, is Kyon just turning to her, and he says it himself, speaking precisely his mind, just saying what he wants to say is the answer and the way that you get through to people. All of that has some subtle lessons to it that I think I've integrated into the way that I view the world more than I thought I had. And now I'm looking through this anime again and realizing how important certain lessons that I may have fucking learned from a goddamn 2006 anime, and specifically from a female lead character in a 2006 anime comedy romance series, right? Have actually been important lessons for me in the way that I live my life, and are lessons that I should probably reinforce and consider more in the future. It can be really powerful to do whatever the fuck you want. And I think that I aspire to that and should aspire to it more. It's a powerful way of living, and it works. That's the crazy thing is everybody thinks that you're gonna get smacked by the world if you do what you want, but in my experience, that's not true. This, coupled with some of the lessons that I learned from Akagi, you can go and find. I reacted to the first 4 episodes of Akagi. Those couple of things coupled together, people grasping control of their own destiny and pushing forward and creating what they want out of the world, is the way to live, isn't it? How else do you live? Just following? What's the alternative? Just following? No. No. Set a course, follow it, change it if you need to, but follow a path and believe in it, and the world will get out of your way. I haven't forgotten that. It's just become kind of innate. Remembering it consciously, that has power. Thank you, Haruhi Suzumiya. Holy shit. Beyond all of the good directing and the well-edited thing that's put together and the great music and the fantastic editing, the way that everything is paced and timed and put together is excellent and pulls me along through the story as we go. Gosh, it's got some stuff that's important to me in this show. I'm glad to be revisiting it. I think this is going to matter big time to me and hopefully to some of you. Hopefully I can continue to try to express what is clicking back into place inside of me, because it feels almost like going to a chiropractor in a weird way. It's like I've got bones that are misaligned and shit's weird in my psychology, and some of the things are clicking back together in place as I watch through, again, a more than a decade and a half old show about fucking ridiculous shit at high school times, and high school girls and high school boys and their ridiculous childish attraction to each other and their childish way of doing things. There are important lessons to it. Who would have thought? I guess everybody who made the show would have thought, because otherwise why would they make it? That's fucking cool. I like this show. I still like this show. And that answers one of my core questions, which is, do I just look at this show through nostalgia tinted glasses? And the answer is a little bit. Absolutely. There are elements here that could be redone better in a more technologically advanced animation and just blah, 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 blah. But there are also elements to it that are part of the story of it and the nature of the way that things are expressed and the dynamics between the characters that are irreplaceable and cannot be replicated, and no show that I've ever seen has come close to replicating anything like them. The shows that have tried have fallen short, in my estimation. Chunibyo fell short. Hyoka is very different and very similar in certain ways, and it excels in certain things and it falls short in other things. Nothing like Haruhi. Monogatari is the only thing that's close because it has such information density and is, I mean, it's Shinbo, right? It's a shaft show, so totally different world of mode of expression and mode of conveyance and mode of communication. It's completely different. I'm gonna put this show on a pedestal up there with Monogatari. I'm gonna do it, and I'm doing it early, but we're gonna watch some more of it, and I'm gonna try and glean everything that I can glean from it once more, because I want to reinforce some of these lessons. Hell yeah. I'm gonna wrap because I've been talking for 2 hours about this show. We watched 3 freaking episodes in a first video, which doesn't happen, but I think it was worth it, and we're going to leave it there. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Haruhi Suzumiya. If you want the next reaction a little bit early, it'll be up on Patreon a week before it goes up on YouTube, so you can check that out. And I'll see you next time for some more. Peace.